Welcome back, awakened minds. I need you to listen very carefully. You are in a dangerous place. You are in a war zone. Every single day, the world tries to take something from you. It does not want your money. It does not want your house. It wants your control. When someone insults you and you shout back, you lose. When life hits you and you cry, you lose. When you react without thinking, you become a slave. You become a puppet, and the world pulls your strings. Stop it. Today, we do not learn to be nice. We learn to be strong. We learn to be like a stone in a storm. If you want to own your life, you must learn the hardest skill of all: how to stop, how to breathe, and how to keep your control. Are you ready to take your power back? Let us begin. Section 1. Rule 1. They own you. Rule number 1. They own you. I want you to imagine a toy, a small wooden doll. It has strings on its arms and strings on its legs. When you pull the string, the arm goes up. When you pull another string, the leg kicks. The doll does not think. The doll does not choose. It just moves. Now, look in the mirror. That doll is you. Most people think they are free. They think, I am the boss of my life. But they are lying to themselves. You are not the boss. The world is your boss. The rude man on the bus is your boss. The slow internet is your boss. The rain is your boss. Why? Because when these things happen, you react. You do not think. You just kick. Someone pushes a button and you explode. Someone pulls a string and you cry. You have no control. Let me tell you a story to show you this trap. Imagine a man named Tom. Tom is a good man. He works hard. One day, Tom goes to a small shop to buy some milk. He is happy. The sun is shining. He has a song in his head. He walks to the counter and puts the milk down. The clerk behind the counter is angry. Maybe he had a bad fight with his wife. Maybe he is just a mean person. He looks at Tom and says, "Hurry up, I do not have all day for you." He throws Tom's change on the floor. The coins roll under the table. Now watch what happens to Tom. 1 second ago, Tom was happy. He had peace. He had control. But the moment the money hit the floor, Tom disappeared. The awakened Tom was gone. The puppet. Tom arrived. Tom's face turns red. His heart beats fast like a drum. He screams, "Who do you think you are? Pick that up. You are rude. You are stupid." Tom spends 10 minutes shouting. He shakes. He is full of fire. He leaves the shop, but he forgets the milk. He walks home, but he does not see the sun. He does not hear the song. He only hears the clerk's voice. He is angry for 1 hour. Then he is angry at dinner. He shouts at his wife because the soup is cold. Tom thinks he won the fight in the shop. He thinks, I showed him. I was strong. No, Tom, you were weak. You were a slave. Think about it. That clerk is a stranger. You do not know him. You do not love him. He is nobody to you. But he had the power to reach inside your chest, take your heart, and squeeze it. He had the power to change your mood instantly. He pulled one string, and you danced for him. He kept his control. You lost yours. This is the danger of reacting. When you react fast, you give your key to the enemy. You say, "Here, take my brain, take my peace. Use me." Do you want to live like this? Do you want your happiness to depend on a stranger? If the waiter is nice, you are happy. If the traffic is good, you are happy. If the weather is bad, you are sad. This is not life. This is slavery. You are a leaf in the wind. You go where the wind blows. A strong man, a man with control, is not a leaf. He is a rock. The wind blows, but the rock stays. So what is the solution? How do you cut the strings? You must learn the gap. Between the event and your action, there is a small space, a small gap. In the shop, the money hits the floor. That is the event. Before you scream, there is a tiny moment, maybe 1 second. Most people miss this moment. They jump over it, but you must find it. You must live in it. Next time the world attacks you, stop. Do not speak. Do not move your hands. Do not let your face show anger. Just freeze. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In those 5 seconds, You are taking your control back. You are telling your brain, I am the boss, not the emotion, me. If Tom did this, the story would be different. The money hits the floor. Tom feels the fire, but Tom stops. He breathes. He looks at the clerk. He sees a sad, angry little man. Tom realizes, this is his problem, not mine. Why should I drink his poison? Tom smiles. He picks up the money slowly. He says, have a better day, sir. And he walks away with his milk. Who won now? Tom won. Tom kept his peace. Tom kept his joy. The clerk tried to pull the string, but the string was cut. This is the power you need. It is not about being weak. It is about keeping your energy for yourself. Do not give it to people who do not deserve it. Stop being a puppet. Cut the strings. Keep your control. Section 2. Rule 2. Anger kills. Future rule number 2. Anger kills your future. I want you to think about a gun. When you pull the trigger, the bullet leaves the gun. Can you call the bullet back? Can you say, wait, come back, I changed my mind? No. Once the bullet leaves, it is gone. It hits the target. The damage is done forever. Your words are bullets. Your actions are bullets. When you lose control, you start shooting. You do not look. You do not aim. You just shoot because you are angry. And when the smoke clears, you see what you killed. You killed a friendship. You killed a job. You killed a marriage. Most people live with a heavy bag on their backs. Do you know what is inside this bag? Regrets. I should not have said that. I should not have sent that message. I should have stayed quiet. They carry this heavy bag every single day. They are tired. They are slow. And they did this to themselves because they reacted too fast. Let me give you a new example, a painful one. Imagine a wedding. It is a beautiful day. Flowers, music, happiness. There is a man named John. John is the best man. He is the groom's best friend. They have been friends for 20 years. John drinks a little too much wine. He feels loose. He loses a little bit of his control. During the dinner, the groom makes a small joke about John. It is a funny joke. Everyone laughs, but John does not laugh. John feels small. His ego hurts. The fire rises in his chest. In a normal moment, John would smile. But today, John has no control. He stands up. He grabs the microphone. He wants to hurt the groom back. He wants to win. So John starts talking. He tells secrets about the groom. He insults the bride. He shouts about money the groom owes him from 5 years ago. He destroys the room. The music stops. The bride is crying. The groom looks at John with ice in his eyes. John finishes his speech. He sits down. He feels strong. He thinks, yeah, take that. But the next morning, John wakes up. The alcohol is gone. The anger is gone. The fire is out, but the ashes are everywhere. He looks at his phone. No messages. He calls the groom. No answer. He goes to the house. The door is locked. John did not just ruin a party. He killed a 20-year brotherhood. In 2 minutes of anger, he burned 20 years of history. Now, John has to carry that regret for the rest of his life. Every time he sees a wedding, he will remember. Every time he sees a photo of his old friend, he will feel sick. The groom will move on. The bride will move on. But John is stuck in that moment forever. This is the price of losing control. You think reacting makes you look strong. You think, if I shout, they will respect me. That is a lie. Fast reactions do not come from power. They come from pain. They come from fear. When a dog is scared, it barks. When a baby is hungry, it cries. When a weak man is hurt, he shouts. But a king, a general, a master of control, he is silent. You must understand the time travel rule. When you are angry, you only see now. You see the insult now. You feel the heat now. You do not see tomorrow. But to save your life, you must look at tomorrow. Before you send that angry text message to your boss, ask yourself, how will I feel about this tomorrow morning? Before you scream at your child for breaking a glass, ask yourself, will this matter in 10 years? If the answer is no, then shut your mouth. Put the phone down. Walk away. If you react, you are choosing a moment of satisfaction for a lifetime of regret. That is a bad trade. That is a stupid trade. You must be smarter than your emotions. Your emotions are like wild horses. They want to run. They want to break things. If you let them run, they will destroy your village. You must be the rider. You must hold the ropes. You must have control. Don't be like John. Don't let 2 minutes of fire burn down your whole house. When you feel the anger rising, when you feel the need to attack, remember the bullet. Once it leaves, it never comes back. Keep the safety lock on. Keep your peace. Keep your future. Section 3. Rule 3. Quiet is power. Rule number 3. Quiet is power. Look at the world today. Everyone is loud. Everyone is screaming. Open your phone. People are shouting on videos. People are fighting in comments. Go to a meeting. People interrupt each other. They talk fast. They want to prove they are smart. They think noise is power. They think, if I am the loudest, I win. They are wrong. Noise is weakness. Think about a small, scared dog. It barks at everything. A leaf moves. It barks. A car passes. It barks. Why? Because it is afraid. It has no confidence. It has no control. Now think about a lion. Does the lion run around barking at the insects? No. The lion sleeps. The lion watches. The lion is quiet. When the lion stands up, the jungle goes silent. Why? Because the lion does not need to prove anything. The lion knows what it is. You must stop being the dog. You must become the lion. Most people fear silence. When a room goes quiet, they feel nervous. They say stupid things just to fill the air. They explain themselves too much. I did this because, and then, and please understand me. Stop. When you explain too much, you lose power. When you argue with a fool, you become a fool. Real power is the ability to close your mouth and look the other person in the eye. Let me open the archive. I want to tell you about a man who understood this perfectly. A man who won a war without a weapon. His name was Nelson Mandela. Imagine this. They took a strong man and put him in a cage, a tiny prison cell, 4 walls, a bucket, a mat on the floor. They kept him there for 27 years. 27 years. The guards wanted to break him. They wanted him to react. They insulted him. They made him do hard, useless work. They treated him like an animal. They wanted him to scream. They wanted him to cry. They wanted him to beg. If Mandela had reacted, if he had attacked a guard or screamed in anger, they would have beaten him. They would have won. He would have lost his control. But Mandela did not scream. He went quiet. He looked at the guards with calm eyes. He stood tall in his small cell. He did not act like a prisoner. He acted like a guest who was waiting for a meeting. He used his silence to study. He used his silence to think. He used his silence to prepare. Slowly, the guards changed. They stopped seeing a prisoner. They started seeing a leader. They became nervous around him. They started to respect him. Why? Because they could not break his peace. They had the guns, but he had the control. When he finally walked out of that prison, he did not walk out angry. He did not shout for revenge. He walked out with a smile. He walked out to lead a country. He defeated an entire government, not with noise, but with quiet, unbreakable dignity. This is the power you need. Silence is a weapon. It is a shield. When someone insults you and you stay silent, you confuse them. They expect you to fight. They want the drama. When you give them nothing, they panic. They think, why is he not angry? What does he know? What is he planning? Your silence makes you mysterious. It makes you look big. When you are silent, you can hear everything. You can see everything. While they are busy shouting and showing their cards, you are watching the game. You are planning your move. Here is your new rule for conflict. If the conversation is not helpful, say nothing. If someone tries to hurt you with words, look at them, pause, and say nothing. Let their words hang in the air. Let them feel stupid. Silence is the loudest answer you can give. Do not be afraid of the quiet. The quiet is where your brain works best. The quiet is where you build your plan. The weak man tells you everything he thinks. The strong man shows you his results. Keep your plans secret. Keep your anger hidden. Keep your mouth closed. Let the world be noisy. You stay quiet. You stay dangerous. You keep your control. Section 4. Rule 4. Protect your fuel. Rule number 4. Protect your fuel. I want you to imagine a car. A beautiful, fast car. This car is you. Your mind is the engine. Your body is the frame. But here is the problem. You do not have unlimited gas. Every morning, when you wake up, you have exactly 10 liters of fuel in your tank. That is all. You cannot buy more. You cannot borrow more. When the 10 liters are gone, the car stops. Now, you have a choice. You can use that fuel to drive up the mountain. You can drive to your dreams. You can drive to money, to a strong body, to a happy family. The mountain is steep. It takes a lot of gas to get there. You need every drop. But most people do not drive up the mountain. Most people drive in circles in the mud. Let me tell you how you waste your life. You wake up. You have 10 liters. You open your phone. You see a comment from a stranger who says you are stupid. You get angry. You type a long reply. You fight with him for 20 minutes. Boom. You just burned 2 liters of fuel. You have 8 left. You go to work. Your coworker is annoying. She talks too much about things you do not care about. Instead of ignoring her, you sit there and listen. You complain about her to your other friend. You get frustrated. Boom. You just burned 3 liters. You have 5 left. You drive home. Traffic is bad. A red car cuts in front of you. You scream. You hit the wheel. You drive fast to try to catch him. Boom. You burn 3 more liters. You have 2 left. You get home. It is 7:00 p.m. You wanted to work on your business. You wanted to learn English. You wanted to exercise. But you look at your tank. It is empty. You feel tired. You feel heavy. You say, I have no energy. I will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow, you do the same thing. You repeat this every day for 10 years. And then you wonder, why am I not successful? Why is my life the same? I will tell you why, because you gave your fuel to the wrong things. You gave your precious energy to people who do not love you. You gave it to problems that do not matter. You poured your gas on the ground. You must understand this. Not everything deserves your energy. In fact, almost nothing deserves your energy. A master of control is stingy. He is cheap with his energy. He looks at every situation and asks, is this worth my fuel? If a dog barks at your car, do you stop? Do you get out and bark back at the dog? No, that would be insane. You keep driving. The dog is not important. The dog cannot pay your bills. The dog cannot build your future. But many of you are barking back at every dog in the street. There was a young woman named Sarah. She was smart. She wanted to be a writer, but Sarah had a problem. She was addicted to drama. If her friend looked at her the wrong way, Sarah worried about it for 3 days. If someone whispered about her, she spent hours trying to fix it. She tried to explain herself to everyone. She wanted everyone to like her. She spent all her fuel on ghost battles. She was fighting enemies that did not exist. She wrote thousands of words in text messages defending herself. But she wrote 0 words for her book. 5 years passed. Sarah was still tired. Sarah was still fighting. And her book was still empty pages. She lost because she had no control over her fuel. Stop trying to fix everything. Stop trying to prove you are right. If someone thinks you are a bad person, let them. If someone thinks you are weak, let them. If someone misunderstands you, let them. You do not have enough gas to explain yourself to the world. You only have enough gas to win. Here is what you must do starting today. Make a list. A mental list. Call it the green list. On this list, put only the things that actually matter. My health, my family, my money, my mission. If a problem comes to you, look at the list. Is rude comment on Facebook on the list? No, then ignore it. Give it 0 fuel. Is a gossip at the office on the list? No, walk away. Is traffic jam on the list? No. Turn on some music and relax. Protect your tank. When you stop reacting to small things, you save your power for the big things. Suddenly, you have energy at 8:00 p.m. Suddenly, you can work harder. You can think clearer. You become faster because you are not stopping for every pothole in the road. Do not die on the side of the road with an empty tank because you were busy fighting with a dog. Keep your eyes on the mountain. Keep your foot on the pedal. Keep your control. Section 5. Rule 5. Ice breaks fire. Rule number 5. Ice breaks fire. There is a law in physics. There is a law in life. When fire meets fire, you get a bigger fire. You get an explosion. You get ash. But when fire meets ice, the fire dies. The ice wins. In every situation, you have a choice. You can be the fire, or you can be the ice. Most people are fire. They are emotional. They are hot. When something goes wrong, they burn. They scream. They panic. They run around like chickens without heads. They think this is doing something. They think panic is action, but panic is not action. Panic is suicide. The person who stays cool. The person who stays cold. That is the person who survives. That is the person who leads. Let me take you high into the sky. I want you to imagine you are on a plane. You are flying through a dark night. Suddenly, a storm hits. Lightning strikes the wing. The plane drops. The lights go out. Oxygen masks fall from the ceiling. The plane is shaking violently. Inside the cabin, it is pure chaos. It is pure fire. Babies are crying. People are screaming. Someone is praying loudly. Someone is throwing up. Everyone is terrified. They have lost all control. Now, imagine the pilot. He is sitting in the cockpit. He sees the red lights flashing. He hears the alarms beeping. He feels the plane falling. He is a human. He has a family. He is scared, just like you. His heart wants to beat fast. His brain wants to scream. But what happens if the pilot screams? What happens if the pilot grabs the radio and shouts, "Oh my God, we are going to die. I don't know what to do." The plane crashes. Everyone dies. The pilot knows this, so he forces himself to become ice. He breathes slow. He turns off his emotions. He turns on his training. He speaks to his co-pilot with a steady voice. Check engine 1. Reset the breaker. Hold altitude. He does not fight the storm with anger. He fights it with focus. Because he keeps his control, he saves the plane. He lands safely on the ground. When he walks out of the cockpit, he is shaking. But in the air, he was a stone. You are the pilot. Your family is the passengers. Your team is the passengers. Life is the storm. When your life hits turbulence, when you lose your job, when someone gets sick, when the money runs out, everyone around you will panic. They will look at you. If you panic, they will lose hope. If you scream, the ship sinks. You must be the ice. You must be the one who stands in the middle of the room and says, "Quiet, I have a plan." You do not need to have a perfect plan. You just need to have calm. Calmness is contagious. When you are calm, other people stop shaking. They feel your strength. They borrow your control. But how? How do you stay cold when your world is burning? Calmness is not a gift. It is a muscle. You must build it. Here is the protocol. This is how you train to be ice. Step 1. The tactical pause. When the bad news comes, do not speak for 10 seconds. Force your mouth shut. The brain needs 10 seconds to switch from emotion mode to logic mode. If you speak in the first 10 seconds, you will say something stupid. Wait, let the shock pass. Step 2, the box breath. Your body will try to panic. Your breath will get short. You must hack your body. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Do this 3 times. This sends a signal to your brain. We are safe. We are in control. You cannot panic if you are breathing slowly. It is physically impossible. Step 3, the cold question. Ask yourself, what is the next right move? Not the next 10 moves, just the next one. Do I need to call the doctor? Do I need to check the bank account? Do I need to apologize? Do that one thing, then ask the question again. Solving a crisis is just doing one small right thing after another. Practice this in small storms, when you spill coffee on your white shirt. Do not curse. Be the pilot. Pause. Breathe. Clean it. When the train is late, do not pace around. Be the pilot. Pause. Breathe. Wait. When the internet is slow, do not hit the computer. Be the pilot. If you cannot handle a spilled coffee, you cannot handle a war. Train with the small things, so when the big storm comes, and it will come, you will be ready. The world is full of noise. The world is full of fire. Be the opposite. Be the silence. Be the ice. The ice always breaks the fire. Section 6. Rule 6. Break the chain. Rule number 6. Break the chain. I have a hard truth for you. You are not making choices. You are running a program. You are like a computer. You are like a robot. Most people think, I shouted because I was angry. No, you shouted because that is your habit. You shouted because you always shout. It is a chain. Link 1, trigger. Someone is rude. Link 2, reaction. You shout. It happens fast. Click, click. No thinking. No pause. No control. You have done this thousands of times. It is deep in your brain. It is like a path in the grass. The more you walk on it, the deeper it gets. Someone ignores you. You cry. Click, click. Someone cuts you off. You honk. Click, click. You are an addiction machine. You are addicted to reacting. You must break this chain. If you do not break it, you will never be free. You will just be a machine that repeats the same mistake until you die. Let me show you the difference between a robot and a master. Imagine a hospital. It is late at night. The smell of medicine is strong. There is a nurse named Maria. She has worked for 12 hours. Her feet hurt. Her back hurts. She is exhausted. Suddenly, a new patient arrives. A man. He is in pain. He is scared. But he is also very mean. He spits on the floor. He screams at Maria. You are stupid. You are slow. Get me a real doctor. Do not touch me. Now, Maria has a choice. If Maria is a robot, she reacts. She thinks, he disrespected me. Her ego burns. She shouts back, I am trying to help you. Shut up. She fights him. She leaves the room. She cries in the bathroom. What happens? The man does not get help. Maria loses her job. Everyone loses. The chain stays strong. But Maria is not a robot. Maria is a master of control. She looks at the screaming man. She does not hear the insults. She hears the fear. She knows that pain makes people act like animals. She knows that his anger is not about her. It is about his broken leg. It is about his terror. She pauses. She takes one breath. She breaks the chain. She walks to the bed. She speaks with a voice like soft iron. Sir, I know you are hurting, but I can only stop the pain if you let me work. Do you want to scream or do you want to live? The man stops. The shock of her calm voice hits him. He lies back down. Maria fixes his leg. She saves his life. Later, when the pain is gone, the man cries. He says, I am sorry. Thank you. Maria wins, not because she fought, but because she refused to be part of his chaos. She did not catch his ball of fire. She let it drop. You must learn this skill. Reaction is for animals. A dog reacts. A snake reacts. Response is for humans. Response is for kings. A response means you take the data, you process it, and you choose the best move. How do you break the chain? You must install a stop sign in your mind. Right now, your wire goes straight from trigger to explosion. You must cut the wire. Next time you feel the heat rising, tell yourself, stop. Say it out loud if you have to. Stop. Ask yourself the golden question. Am I reacting to what is happening now, or am I reacting to the past? Usually, you are reacting to the past. If your father always yelled at you, you hate loud voices. When your boss raises his voice, you feel like a scared child again. You react to the child memory, not the boss. You are fighting a ghost. Wake up. The past is gone. See the moment for what it is. The rude waiter is just a tired man. The angry driver is just late for work. The crying baby is just a baby. It is not an attack. It is just life. When you see this, The anger disappears. The chain breaks. You are free. Do not be a machine. Do not be a slave to your old habits. Every time you pause, you grow a new brain. You build a new path. Every time you choose silence over noise, you become stronger. The world is full of robots. They are everywhere, reacting, bumping into each other, creating noise. Do not join them. Stand still. Cut the wire. Keep your control. Section 7. Rule 7. Kill the big self. Rule number 7. Kill the big self. There is a spy in your mind. There is an enemy living inside your own head. It is the voice that whispers, I am special. I am important. They must respect me. This voice is your ego, and it is the number one reason you lose your control. I want you to imagine you are walking in a hot desert. The sun is burning. It is 40 degrees, but you are wearing a thick, heavy fur coat. This coat weighs 50 kilos. It is hot. It is itchy. It smells bad, but you love this coat. You think, this coat makes me look rich. This coat makes me look strong. I paid a lot for this coat. So you walk, you sweat, you stumble. You are exhausted. People look at you and laugh. Why is he wearing a winter coat in the desert? You get angry. You scream at them. You do not understand fashion. This is a great coat. You fight them. You defend the coat. And while you fight, you get hotter. You get thirstier. You get closer to death. This coat is your ego. The ego is heavy. It requires constant attention. It requires constant praise. When someone insults you, they are not hitting you. They are hitting the coat. They say, your coat is ugly. And because you love the coat, you react. You lose your control. You spend your whole life carrying this heavy dead weight. You defend it in arguments. You protect it from criticism. You work hard to buy accessories for it. But it is killing you. It is blocking your movement. It is blocking your peace. The man with a big ego is the weakest man in the room. Why? Because he is a big target. It is easy to hit him. Just say one bad word about his shoes, or his car, or his intelligence, and he explodes. He is fragile. He has no control because his master is his image. But the man with no ego, the man who took off the coat, he is invisible. You cannot hit him. If you say, you are stupid, he shrugs. He says, maybe. He does not care. He feels the cool breeze on his skin. He walks light. He walks fast. He does not need you to tell him he is good. He knows he is good. You must make a choice today. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be free? You cannot be both. If you want to be right, keep the coat. Keep the ego. Argue with every person who disagrees with you. Scream at the world until you die of exhaustion. But if you want to be free, take it off. Drop it in the sand. When you kill the ego, you become dangerous. You stop taking things personally. Your boss yells at you. It is not about you. It is just noise. Your partner leaves you. It hurts, but it does not destroy your value. Your value is inside you, not in their opinion. Let me tell you the secret of the masters. They do not try to be someone. They are happy to be no one. Because when you are no one, you have nothing to defend. You have nothing to lose. And the man who has nothing to lose is the man who has total control. Stop trying to prove to the world that you are a king. A real king does not run around shouting, I am the king. He just sits on the throne. Kill the big self, drop the coat, walk into the wind. You have reached the end. But this is not the end. This is the starting line. We have walked through the 7 rules of the awakened mind. We learned that reacting is weakness. We learned that silence is a weapon. We learned to protect our fuel, to break the chain, and to kill the ego. Now you have a weapon in your hand. You have the key to control. But a key is useless if you do not turn it. Knowledge is not power. Action is power. Tomorrow, the world will test you. The world will send you a rude person. It will send you a traffic jam. It will send you a problem. The world wants to know, are you still a puppet or are you a master? Do not fail the test. When the fire comes, be the ice. When the noise comes, be the silence. When the string is pulled, do not move. This is a war for your mind. Most people will lose this war. They will live and die as slaves to their emotions. But you are part of English Awakened. You are built different. You are built to last. Take care of your mind. It is the only house you will live in forever. Keep it clean. Keep it strong. Keep it under your command. I am watching you. I am proud of you. Now go. Step into the arena. And do not let them take your peace. Stay strong. Stay silent. Stay free.